is Angela Owens, and I'm the Program Director for the Ottawa and Saline County CASA program. CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocate. This is the judge in Saline County, the magistrate judge that oversees the child in need of care cases. If they come across a case that they think a CASA would be a good fit for, they will assign a CASA to the case. A CASA volunteer sticks with that child from the time they come into the foster care system until they leave the foster care system. Our goal is always to get the child back home with their biological family. The point in having them taken out of the home is to provide safety or additional resources and help to the family. Something has gone wrong that has caused the child to either be in danger or needing some additional things that the family at that point in time are not able to provide. So once they get into the system, it helps them to get the services they need so they can get back on track as a family and get that child back home with them. The Ottawa and Saline County CASA program was very fortunate to receive a Making a Difference grant, through the Salina Area United Way. And this funding is going to help us train and certify some additional CASA volunteers so we can, in turn, serve more children. Let me give you an example. In 2019, we had 248 sync cases filed in Saline and Ottawa County. And 19 of those cases were assigned to CASA, which is 13%. We served actually 73 children in 2019, but 54 of those cases had come from prior years. So each year, having additional volunteers will help us to be able to serve a bigger portion of that number that comes into care each year. And so this grant is going to help us be able to increase our numbers of volunteers as well as children being served. This grant is going to help us train 2 additional CASA volunteers and supervise 8 CASA volunteers, and we will be impacting 10 children in Saline and Ottawa County. And to give you an example of a person that would benefit from this grant, I'm going to give you an example of one of our cases. We had a young mother with 4 children. She was a single mom, and her children came into care because of drug addiction. And the mom had a lot of loss in her background as well. And while her children were in foster care, she was able to get into inpatient treatment that was paid for. And she completed the treatment and came out. And eventually she was able to move into transitional housing for more support. She was able to get 2 of her children back with her while she was in transitional housing. And then when she was able to move on to housing of her own, she was able to get all 4 children back. And the other nice thing in this case is that the CASA that was assigned to this case had some connections with Habitat for Humanity. And so now she has an application and is going to have an opportunity to get her own home. And this mom is in her early 30s, and she never thought in a million years that she'd be able to have a home of her own. We're just so appreciative for this Making a Difference grant through United Way.